You cannot monitor what you cannot measure. These two can make or break a restaurant business. Well, there's no need to be intimidated by this. I am here to teach you a simple formula to show how it's possible to make a healthy profit margin for your food business. Hi, hello. I am Marvin Agustin and I am in the F&B or restaurant industry. Well, I have been doing food business for more than 20 years already. Nako, nagkakahalataan ng edad? Well, I am here to give you a crash course on how to make a healthy profit margin for your food business for today's Buzz Session. Well, nagsimula ako bilang isang franchisee. Doon ako natuto kung paano mag-manage as an owner. But I've had previous experience in the restaurant bilang isang empleyado. When I was a teenager, from mascot to waiter, bartender, cashier, ano pa ba, cook. All around talaga ang trabaho sa industriya namin. Well, I will never forget this lesson I learned from the wise people I've worked with before. Na wala sa laki ng kita, kundi sa laki ng tamang pagtitipid para magkaroon tayo ng sustainable savings. Well, this can apply both for your personal and business savings. Well, there's no need to be intimidated by this. I am here to teach you a simple formula to show how it's possible to make a healthy profit margin for your food business. Itong tandaan nyo, sales or benta minus cost or expenses or gastos equals profit margin or kita. So, benta minus gastos equals kita. Ang dali lang, di ba? Sige, konting kwento. Looking back sa pagiging employee ko sa isang restaurant, ako talaga nahasa and I was able to practice what they call entrepreneurial mindset. Well, ito ang klase ng mindset na hindi lang pala basta sipag at tiyaga ang kinakailangan natin to be more successful. Kailangan din natin ng matindihang diskarte. And why is this important to a 16-year-old Marvin working as a waiter all around in the restaurant? Well, dahil ang pangarap ko dati bago ko ma-discover bilang aktor ay mag-manage ng isang restaurant. That's why inalam ko lahat ng mga iba't ibang trabaho. Yung kakailanganin mo ng matinding diskarte, paano kayo makakabuo ng isang magandang teamwork para mag-result sa mataas na sales or controlled ang mga variable costs o tinatawag na expenses. Two of the highest variable costs in the restaurants, food costs and labor cost na dapat lagi nating binabantayan. These two can make or break a restaurant business. Kumbaga, dito ka magiging successful o malulugi ka. Of course, madami pa dapat i-consider na expenses like rent, other supplies for the office, dining and packaging para malaman mo ang suma total ng kita mo. Pero ang FC or food cost or LC or labor cost are the biggest contributors of your expenses. Well, how to achieve that? Meron akong tatlong nakikitang paraan. Number 1, efficient and effective use of man-hours of your workforce. Pangalawa, clear operations process flow. At pangatlo naman, properly delegated duties and responsibilities. At pag itong lahat ng ito ay clear sa iyo, aligned already with your managers and other employees, another very important thing to do will be implement and monitor. Well, with the advancements in the technology today, it has become easier to do this even as an SME owner because there are tools available to manage tedious tasks. The new RCBC Buzz app is an example of this. It has an invoice feature that helps you request payments from customers with a few taps. It's under collections, where the business owner can easily put in details to receive payments from customers or send follow-up reminders about payments. Well, ito pa, there's also an expenses feature that can help you track your outgoing transactions like paying suppliers, bills, or food costs. The key here is to properly tag your collections and expenses so that you can analyze your business trajectory. Lalong dadali ang pagmamanage mo ng costs mo if you monitor this well. Sabi nga ni Jeff Bezos, idea is only 1% and 99% is execution. Hindi lang ito importante sa pag-create ng mga business concepts natin. That applies greatly also in the business operations. Kaya dapat ma-execute ang mga magagandang plano at detalyadong game plan mo para lumaki ang kita mo. At huwag kabahan kung ang plano mo ay hindi pa 100% pulido. Okay lang yan. You can start implementing what you think can give a good impact or change with the situation you want to fix or improve. Then check if it's working well already, then you can continue with the plan. At isa pang natutunan ko sa kaibigan kong professor, you cannot monitor what you cannot measure. Of course, alam mo naman, minsan parang ang daming-daming tao sa restaurant natin. Na-experience ko na to sa sarili kong negosyo. Pero, di ba, parang ang daming tao, pero hindi na meet yung sales target, lalong-lalo na yung mga may problema pa sa inventory o hindi nababantayan. Either may mga nasirang ingredients o return orders na dahilan ito ng pagtaas ng food cost. Kung wala kayong naset na numbers or nakala mo na agad na pag madaming tao ay malaki ang kita, nako, dyan nagiging problematic ang negosyo mo. Uulitin ko ang sinabi kong simpleng formula kanina, benta minus gastos equals kita. The RCBC Buzz app actually has another feature that automatically does this for you. If you tag your expenses properly in the app, it has a reports feature that shows an accurate summary of your finances and the overall performance of your business in real time. With your expenses properly tagged in the collections tab, the reports feature uses the data to get insights on your revenue trends. Well, you get weekly, monthly, and yearly summaries of your business earnings. You can even filter the data you want to see like total expenses, total collections, cash balance, and total earnings. Mahalaga talaga to para sa mga SME owners kasi dito nyo makikita yung resulta ng mga desisyon mo. Kung di ka pa sure sa next moves mo, pwede nyong i-review tong data para makaplano ka ng maigi. Masarap din to sa feeling ng mga katrabaho natin na alam nila ang numbers that they need to deliver. If they are reaching their targets, we could commend them. Or if you're working with great people, they will find ways to work hard for the numbers that you've set with them. On your weekly meeting with your team, lalabas sa report if they've reached their targets at kung hindi naman, they have the incoming week para makabawi sa performance nila. Basta ang importante ay bago pa matapos ang month, ay may klarong status ang food business mo. But what's a good number to target with your team for your food cost and labor cost? But before I give you that, quick review lang tayo of the types of restaurants. Iba-iba ang klase ng food businesses. Merong isa, yung fast food concept. Ito yung counter type that you place your order there and then you get it yourself. Kumbaga, self-service lahat. Meron naman yung isa, fast casual concepts. You order sa counter, then a restaurant staff brings your food to your table. Casual dining naman where waiters get your orders and gives you your orders as well. Ayan na. Dito na nagva-vary ang mga iba't ibang labor at food cost. Sa fast food concepts, normally have a formula of labor cost of 10 to 12%. Ang food cost naman ay 40 to 45%. Ang casual restaurants normally have a formula of 15% labor cost and yung 35 to 40% naman ng food cost. Ang casual naman ay somewhere in between them. At ngayon, alam mo na ang pwedeng formula for you. Now you can make a game plan with your team on how to achieve this and make your food venture make a sustainable income. Sa mga SME owners na baka first time mag-run ng business o kahit naman long-time business owners, don't be afraid to take the next big step. This knowledge and available tools like the RCBC Buzz app are here to help you make the next boss move. Thanks for watching!